what? Can I get a hell yeah? What? Hell yeah, what? Hell yeah. And I know it ain't right, and I know it ain't right, and I know you shouldn't take this advice, but make sure you really drunk when you driving. Walk on some glass with no shoes on, and don't pay for your meal. Dine and dash. You better not ask me for no advice, because I'm gonna tell you the wrong thing to do. So can I get a hell yeah? What?
You doing okay?
Dude, I constantly just pouring in sweat.
Yeah, why are your hands so sweaty?
I'm just always clammy. I'm a clammy guy. I think ever since I was a little tiny boy, just pouring in. I can't wear gloves.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, at least you don't live anywhere too cold.
Right?
That's so funny though that you're like you're just clammy.
Just all the time. Handshakes scare the shit out of me. I give a good firm handshake, but my hand, it's like a wet frog. I put on latex gloves, 30 minutes, like it's collecting pools of sweat.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting. I can't imagine your hands in latex gloves. That's so gross.
Dude, it's an absolute mess.
That's what. So like, how old were you when you found out that you had hands that were clammier than the normal person's hands?
Oh, it was, I was told to me at a young age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this running the family?
No, that's why my parents definitely pointed it out. They're like, don't touch me. Your hands are sopping right now.
Do you have siblings?
I do.
Do they have the same problem?
Oh, no, only person in the family.
So
it's a
literally
recessive
just
gene. Dude, I don't know what happened.
This is good stuff.
Yeah.
This is a wholesome meeting already.
Right? I feel we're getting to get so much to know about me. How about you? What's wrong with you? Do you have any medical issues?
Bro, I'm pretty sure I have undiagnosed IBS.
Oh, hell yes, dude. Talking shits daily?
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I have acidity issues for sure. For sure. Like, that is diagnosed. But it's like, they've never gone in there to just be like, I think you have IBS.
Yeah.
So my issue is just that, and part of it's like stress related. I stress out easy, big time stressor. So
stay away from Jenga.
Jenga that's table stakes, bro. I'm talking real life stress. You know what I'd be more stressed about playing Jenga than like losing is like being known as the guy who loses at Jenga.
You don't want to be that guy.
I'm just so hyper competitive. And that's really like, yeah, my stress with Jenga wouldn't come from the game itself. It would come from being competitive and not wanting to be known.
Hell yeah. Are you the kind of guy who like screams at like your nieces and nephews because like the Candyland game got too intense?
I wouldn't say I've screamed, but I definitely had a time where I was playing Ticket to Ride with my niece. And I don't know if you've ever played Ticket to Ride, but it's kind of like Monopoly, but with trains, like exclusively. And she definitely did some sneaky shit, you know? And like, I was like, oh, so you like taught me how to play this game, but you conveniently left out like these little micro tweaks you're doing. And she's like 8 years old at the time. So I was getting into like a heated, I got pretty accusatory.
Wow.
With this 8-year-old. But
pretty conniving, I must say.
It was because she did some sneaky shit. If she wouldn't have done it, I wouldn't have called her out on it. But you got to let her know, like, people aren't just waiting around. You know, the world's not going to let you just get by doing this stuff.
Absolutely. We're not going to have a nice time just because it's family Thanksgiving, you know?
Dude, and just because you're 8 years old, we're going to cut you some slack. It's like, welcome to the real world, bitch. It's now.
Okay? Life is hard and it's going to come at you fast.
Yeah. Yeah, because she was born in America, growing up in America. I was like, I was like, you want that immigrant work ethic? I'm going to put you through the ringer.
Okay, a ticket to ride. Let's take a ticket to ride of learning the hard way, not to be so conniving.
Yeah, a ticket to catch these hands.
Okay, just a one-way ride down to Knuckle Sandwich Town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just... I'm imagining, you know, when you like throw like a toddler onto a couch because they like love it, like they just love being like, do you like take a baby and you just throw them on?
Just throw
like so imagining that, but like it's no longer fun. You're just like malevolently like like you're like fastball pitching them.
Yeah. doing the wind up softball.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a starter at the Cal softball team.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
So you got some nieces. You got what kind of advice? Do you give them any kind of advice, any wisdom?
Yeah, I think I love to get like philosophical with them sometimes, just to troll them. More so to troll their parents. So these are my cousin's kids. They're now like 10 and 8. So my niece is like 10 now, my nephew's 8, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
I might be a year or two off.
They aren't, that.
Yeah, after they're like 3 and before they are like in college, it's just like a gray area.
Does it even matter?
Yeah, like I couldn't tell you how. But so they have Facebook Messenger for kids. Did you know this existed?
I had no idea.
Didn't. Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing, and then I got approved by their mom to like talk to them because she like signed them up for Messenger for Kids, and then like added a list of approved people who can talk to them, which is hilarious that this exists, and it's a thing. It's cool that they're looking out for safety.
Absolutely,
that's huge.
Facebook is absolutely nuts, though.
Oh, dude, like, yeah, I mean, if it was my call, I'd be like, you should just keep them off the internet.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
I understand where the world's going. Like, teach them how to code using pen and paper.
Have you considered raising them Amish?
Yeah, something. At least the Amish have less insecurity issues.
Oh, for sure.
Result, dude.
They know how to churn butter,
Yeah.
They don't know,
They make that fireplace. That wild ass fireplace. What's it called? Hold on.
I think it's called an Amish fireplace.
Is it just called an Amish fireplace?
I think so.
So how does this shit work, dude?
The power of God, dude.
These things are wild. I kind of want one.
It's powered by repressed urges.
That's what it is. It's everything they did in Rumspringa, powering their fireplace.
The fire in them that wants to watch like rated R movies.
Can we talk about how cool it is that a culture has like a community sanctioned hoe year? Like they're just like, dude, go be a hoe, use a phone, like make out with people, get drunk, then come back.
You want to drive a golf cart? Drive a golf cart. Get nuts.
Yeah, we're gonna treat this like an Etch-a-Sketch. Like you're done. Like you did it. It's game over. We erase it. Come back. Be Amish. Put some curly stuff in your hair. Let's make some butter. Like that is pretty dope. That they're just like, do it. They're like, we know you have to. Like, imagine if you could just do that with like so many of these cultures that are so repressive, right? And they're like, don't do this. We'll judge you for doing that. But they're like, you get 1 year. Let it all out, so it's not like a slow drip over time.
Yeah.
It's like just let it all come out now.
Yeah. Well, they kind of experimented that. The Purge. Well, it's a movie, but it could end badly. I don't know how many Amish people kill people on Rumspringa, but there has to be a couple.
Yeah, I mean, luckily they won't watch this podcast episode and get like mad at you for equating Amish Rumspringa to the Purge. Whatever rabbit hole you were about to go down, I'm like, yeah, let's hear it.
Let's hear it. What are they gonna do? Well, I'm not sure if you've ever seen. I think went on for like 3 seasons, the Amish Mafia, but they break some legs. So
no, please tell me.
Well, there's this entire show on the Discovery Channel called the Amish Mafia, and it followed these like Amish tough guys who like made people pay for their security and just mafia-like behavior, but in the Amish community.
Are their customers Amish as well?
The customers, yeah, they're in the Amish communities. They're like, hey, if you want to build fucking barns in my town, you got to pay me the vig.
How do they coordinate without a phone?
They go. It's all through hand. It's all through notes. It's all through word of mouth.
You've seen John Wick. You've seen the movie John Wick?
Yeah.
You know how homeless people in that movie had like the pigeons with the notes?
Yeah.
Like, do you think that's what like the Amish Mafia uses? Is the John Wick pigeon system?
Oh, for sure. They're icing it up. They got clappers on top of buildings.
That's sick.
Yeah. No, Amish people are cool, dude. Other than it being a cult, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to look up more about the Amish because they seem fascinating.
It's nuts. What you can do, you can go watch Vanilla Ice help them build houses.
Really?
That was another Discovery Channel show.
What do you do, man? How are you using your time? Because I'm so curious.
I mostly look into the Amish, like Amish, and then also some Dr. Phil episodes.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his.
How can you not? The guy who was on Amish Mafia ended up going on to Dr. Phil.
Oh, really?
So there was a crossover episode.
Yeah. That's some metaverse shit.
Dude, absolutely.
Wait, okay. So big Discovery Channel fan. Do you have a day job? No day job.
Day job. I go to school and then I make everything. I make t-shirts. I do social media for the bar. I put on shows for in Petaluma. So I make video content and run social media stuff.
Okay, so you go to school, you design merch, you do social media. You are so Gen Z. Like that is the most.
Dude, hell yes, bro.
Did you design this shirt?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh no, this is a Wrangler. This is an eBay purchase.
It's a cool shirt, man.
Oh, dude, I got like 15 Wranglers. You
Really?
buy them on eBay. They're all from like people who died in the 90s in a bull riding accident.
Right now,
dead people's clothing.
Yeah, you could probably flip this.
Oh, dude, I for sure could, but I like it too much.
I know, I get that. If you took that shirt and put like an Aimé Leon Dore tag on it, this shirt would be $200.
If I put fucking Che Rivera on the back, big
Did you
money.
Just call him Che Rivera?
Che Rivera?
Guevara,
very close. I read the Motorcycle Diaries in like the 7th grade, and so that's the most I know about it.
Yeah, we're talking about Che Garcia today.
Che Rivera, he batted 200 for the Mets, 1929. It was
we're talking about the Latino guy on all the shirts, right?
Yeah, they had stickers. They made the stickers up. I always thought he was the part of the Grateful Dead, but turns out he was a revolutionary in Cuba.
Are you a big Deadhead?
I'm not. I never have been. I never got into the jam band stuff.
I don't know anything about them. So I was curious to learn more. I didn't know if you had seen a Discovery Channel documentary on the Grateful Dead.
I was too busy watching Mike Rowe and still that we shouldn't go to college.
Dude, I love this. I just want to because I don't watch all of these documentaries, I want to use this time to learn whatever you've got from these you're giving me the spark notes of every interesting and non-interesting documentary because you're like, you know what, this one wasn't good. Let me explain why.
Yeah. Don't bother with Gold Rush. The money they spend on equipment, they do not get back in gold.
I've never had a tougher time understanding other Americans than I did when I was in Louisiana.
Yeah, it's a weird place because you moved to this country super young, right?
6. I was 6, moved to Texas,
and then Cleveland?
Yeah, good memory. So Cleveland and then to Queens and then Chicago.
Hell yes.
Yeah, so kind of all over.
What do you think was the most culture shock thing that you saw? Once you moved here, what was the goddamn, that's nuts?
Dude, there was a lot of stuff. One is I think moving from India to here, the portion sizes of food
no shit
blew my mind. The way people eat in Texas and how large they were, and not in a good way, right?
Yeah, not in a Nordic Viking way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
my family's short, and so it was it's not we just went to Scandinavia and you see all these people who are 6'1", just biking every day.
Yeah, just bench pressing fucking yaks.
Yeah, no. I'm talking these people were 6'2", 300 pounds. Motherfuckers built like a fridge.
Yeah, just wearing 20-gallon hats.
Yeah. So just the size of the people and the amount of food they ate was crazy. Then from move to move, I would say going from Ohio to Queens was crazy because I went from a suburb of Cleveland
yeah.
to New York City.
It's like Home Alone 2.
But I wish, because he was like having fun around Manhattan, dude.
He was enjoying himself.
Yeah, I went to public school in Queens. We had to go through metal detectors every day.
Damn.
And then I'd never seen or been in food fights in real life.
That's a thing? That's
right. I thought this was only in like a Disney Channel original movie.
Yeah.
Right?
What is this? Animal House?
Food fights all the time.
God damn, dude. That's a mess.
All the time. And what's crazy is like pretty much everyone in that school was on like a assisted lunch program.
Yeah.
So this is like fodder for Fox News. Like if someone from Fox News walked in, they'd be like, you see what they're doing with your government money?
Yeah.
They're throwing it. They're throwing your taxes. And so like I saw a girl and a guy fight for the first time.
Damn.
I know. And this is when we're like 12, right? So guys haven't like hit their growth spurt yet, but girls have, and they're fucking mad.
They're reached,
mad because like they're like all of a sudden they're like 5'8". And she had like her third period this month, and she's like, "What is happening?"
Dude, she's been
and, like,
carrying fucking sociology books, just fucking curling backpacks constantly.
All of it. And so I just watched this dude named Abdullah get the shit beat out of him.
God damn, dude.
Just because he just kept instigating, and he threw the first punch. By the way, I might add, so he like throws the first punch and she just immediately pops him and then like has him pinned on the ground in like 2 minutes. Dude, it was like a finishing move. I don't know what this girl does now, but I hope it's hand-to-hand combat because she was gifted.
Right? I hope she's wearing like suits of armor in Russia and fighting people with like blunt swords.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. What happened to Abdullah? What happened to him? Did you guys look at him differently after he got the shit kicked out of him?
Yeah. I want to say we didn't but like, this was like 05 or 06 or something. It's like, we weren't back then. No kid was like, girls and guys are the same. It's like, no, dude, you got your ass beat by a girl. Abdullah got his ass beat. Like there was nothing that Abdullah could have done at that point to like be like the alpha of the class.
For sure. I feel like even if like at my school, if you got your shit kicked in by anybody, like there was like a damper. They're like, damn, dude, like, why don't you watch more fucking Joe Rogan clips? Like, what's up?
Yeah.
You know, why aren't you bench pressing more?
Yeah.
Watch Anthony Bourdain roll around on a Mac for a while. Guy, figure it out.
Dude, why is fighting so fun? Like I'm talking like MMA and stuff like that. I'm not talking like fighting someone in school. I'm saying like, I'm saying like doing.
I mean, I fight kids in school all the time.
I'm saying doing it as a form of exercise.
Yeah,
fighting as exercise is the best.
I think it's like it's primal. You know, it goes back to like roots when you're running around, you're fighting fucking like boars and shit in the wild. Yeah. You know, you're putting iguanas in headlocks and shit.
Like the Revenant. Like you're basically saying like we just want to be like Leo in the Revenant.
Dude, absolutely. People just want to be Tom Hardy and they want to just fucking be slicing open fucking elk and shit.
Yeah, I really like Tom Hardy. Do you watch Peaky Blinders?
Oh, he's amazing at Peaky Blinders.
Oh my God, it's Alfie Solomon just that's why I called J Tom. Just so good. Like,
man, why do you sound like you're always out of breath, Tom Hardy?
Like I don't know where that voice comes from or like what part of England he's supposed to be. Yeah. But it's just so wild and so fun.
Yeah, he's talking like he doesn't want to talk.
Right.
Like he's speaking but trying not to.
Yes.
Yeah. You ever see the movie Bronson?
No. What is this?
Oh, that's about a English prisoner who like he killed a bunch of people. He like the best prison fighter in England history. It's a fucking wild movie that Tom Hardy plays in. He plays him.
Sick. Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Yeah, no, that's a fucking crazy ass movie.
That's amazing. So there was like this English guy who's just known for being like a sick fighter in the prison system.
Yeah, he just would beat the shit out of everybody.
Dude, when you like learn more about like the wild shit the Brits just did back then for entertainment, because they're like dorky people.
Oh,
right?
They drink tea.
Everything about them is so dorky. And there are times where like the British will like do or say something, and I'm like, how are they in charge of half the world?
Right.
Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. But then you read these random stories about just like how British prisoners would act, and then like, you know, like how people in like Australia, like just their prison colonies would behave. And you're like, oh, that's how.
Yeah.
Because they just had like 5 guys who were absolutely crazy.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
You really only need 5 crazy dudes to do anything.
Yeah. You need like 5 dudes who will hold down the fort, and then the rest of the people just need to fall in line.
Just get 5 dudes who are injecting like silicone into their fucking biceps and just listen to Motorhead constantly. Motorhead and Dolly Parton, and send them to a fucking into any area. They'll take it over.
Motorhead and Dolly.
Okay, give them a 7-Up bottle and a pair of sunglasses and a flashlight, dude, and they'll take out any dictator.
Yeah, I think you just described part of the South, dude, because you're talking like, because the sunglasses are like what's it called, the Gators? No, pit vipers.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
The funniest thing, I saw that people were going against Pit Viper. All these people were breaking their Pit Vipers.
Why?
And I was like, damn, like, because I got a pair of these ridiculous sunglasses.
Okay. Can you share Pit Vipers on the screen just so people know exactly what we're talking about?
Yeah. Let me pull it up.
I think whoever's listening to this is gonna want to be like, "What's a Pit Viper?"
Yeah. So there's these sunglasses, and everyone like was breaking these things. I'm like, fuck. Do I have to get rid of these stupid sunglasses because they did something fucked up? But turns out on Easter they said something about how Jesus fucks a bunch of pussy.
No.
and all these like Christian fucking fanatics were just pissed off and were breaking those sunglasses.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. So I guess they put up some Easter post.
Mm-hmm. They put up an Easter post about like Jesus like getting like resurrected for like getting that ass or something.
That's incredible.
Dude, it's amazing.
I don't know why conservatives got mad about Jesus sounding cooler.
Right? Isn't that good? Like you can put Jesus on like a horse with a machine gun and they love it. Okay, you put him next to Teddy Roosevelt with like a Rambo fucking knife, you know, people love it.
Jesus and Teddy start fighting. He's like, I'm the man in the arena.
Yeah, no, I'm the man. No, I'm the man. Dude, you take a right-wing conservative and you put Jesus and Teddy, they don't know what to root for, who to root for. They're like, we hope it's like the Iron Man and Captain America movie where they become friends at the end.
Civil War. That movie was way too long. Should we do this advice thing?
Yeah, we should do the advice thing. Yeah.
I just realized we've just been like talking shit.
We've been talking shit. Okay. We're going to start this off. First piece of advice. My boyfriend and I have gotten engaged and we're getting married in a year or so. Everything about him is wonderful and I'm excited to share my life with him, except for this one worry. I have been an animal lover my entire life. And after living with him this past year with my 2 cats, I have slowly come to the realization that he absolutely loathes the idea of pets. Besides my inability to understand this, and he has never had a bad past experience with an animal, it makes me question his compassion or lack thereof for all things living. Should this be a red flag worthy of reconsidering our engagement? Sincerely, Critter Lover in New England.
All right, man. So if I'm going to be honest, this should be a red flag for the boyfriend. Like the fact that she posted this, because you just think cats are lame. I say this as someone who's had a kitten before in college, grew up to be a cat. He was fine.
I like that it was a kitten, but it did grow up in the cat, so it wasn't.
It did grow up to be a cat, and then when he just got annoying, we just gave him to one of my roommate's parents. We're like, can you guys like fucking have this thing?
I'm too busy trying to get drunk in a Home Depot. I can't handle this cat.
Exactly. And it's like when he was a kid and he was cute, he was fun. And then he became a jackass, which is what cats do.
For sure.
And even after raising it, you think you're like, oh, I'd probably love this more. But no.
You didn't feel that connection.
Not at all. I was like, dude, this thing sucks. And so one, I think just like trying to bring your two cats, like it sounds like she had grown ass cats that she brought into the relationship, and he's been nice. Because here's the thing, she didn't say how he like loathes them or like give examples, right? Like she just made it sound like this dude's not as into these cats as she is.
Like is he talking shit to the cats? Like he's like walking to the door and like puffing his chest, like, what's up?
Which is
bitch?
Hilarious. Yeah.
Pussy.
Which would be so funny if he's just like, what? Do something. Like,
what's up? This is my house. Want to go in a basket, go in a lake, okay? Get found by a Swedish kid? We could arrange that.
Great reference.
Yeah.
No, and so it's like, dude, like screw off. Also, like, really, you think this is a reflection of his compassion, is how he treats these cats? Like, how does he treat other humans?
I think where she starts to get off is like, is it worthy of reconsidering our engagement? There's something else that she doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. You're not gonna call this off because he doesn't like cats.
Yeah, it's probably like that may have something to do with it, but you probably don't like that, you know, he loves God, or that he watches fucking the opening scene to Platoon every day.
Great opening scene, though.
Great opening scene, but
one of Charlie Sheen's best work.
Have that in Hot Shots.
Oh, loved Hot Shots with the rubber chicken.
No. It's
Are you a fan of Hot Shots 1 or Part 2?
I love me a good sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You're a Part 2 man.
Give me Predators with Danny Glover, you know? I think they got to figure out what the bigger issue is.
There's something. I think she found a dude who likes cats and they just want to live together and like adopt a bunch of cats.
Which if that's your thing, if you want to live in a high-rise apartment and you want to get 72 cats, do that. Be that person, but don't give this guy shit because he doesn't want to get 72 cats and live in a high rise.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree.
What do you think is the worst advice that you've ever received?
You know, it's actually really bad advice that people give all the time. All the time. When people are like, just be yourself. And that's horrible advice because the yourself for a lot of people is the wrong person for whatever the situation might be.
Also, they probably don't know you that well.
Yeah. Like, just be yourself. You'll be fun, kooky. It's like, no, that's not how an interview works or a first date. Like, don't be the version of yourself that you aspire to be. And work towards that. Whenever people are like, just be yourself, it's like, you just told this moron to just be a moron. Like, that's what you did. You're just perpetuating a bad time for everyone involved.
This guy is trying to get a job with the FBI, and now he's talking about Easter eggs in Breaking Bad. Okay?
Right.
They don't relate.
Right. Yeah. It's like, they don't care.
Yeah. He doesn't care about his lizard alien shape-shifting theory about, you know, how the queen is a lizard. They don't care at the FBI.
What's the worst advice you've ever gotten?
I've said it before in this podcast before, but it's not broken. Regarding to my bones. Yeah. They're like, it's not broken. It was definitely broken.
Who told you this? Who told you that?
It was our personal trainer who like does like all the medical stuff for my school when I played sports.
Okay, what were you playing?
I was playing lacrosse, and I broke my collarbone.
Hence the backwards hat.
Hence the backwards hat. I'm hence the Sperry's and the trust fund. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hence I dip and I drink beers out of shoes. You know.
Do you dip?
I don't. I tried dipping it a couple times. It was only nice the first time. Every other time, 2 other times I did it, almost vomited.
Really? Did you like swallow the dip thing?
Maybe. I don't know. It's just it's so messy and gross, and it's just the taste. Yeah, I mean, I probably swallowed so much, got nauseous. It was too much.
I mean, tobacco is wild in general, right?
It
Like
is.
tobacco can really mess you up. You know, I've never had a cigarette.
No? Do you want to
Never.
try? Do you want to try? Huh? How'd you
I
know?
thought so. I think they look super cool.
They look
which they
so
do.
goddamn cool.
They look so cool.
Yeah.
But this is why I like the idea of like a cigar. Like you don't inhale it.
Mm-hmm.
You just puff it. You look wealthy for that brief moment in time.
Yeah. Well, so this is what I do, because I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to get like these really fancy ones, Nat Shermans.
I've never even heard of this.
Yeah, they were like long, like brown. They looked like Clint Eastwood would be smoking them. They
Got
look
it.
cool.
Okay. Because at first it sounded like you were describing Virginia Slims.
Oh, but they made me diet. I didn't have to eat. I looked very nice. Okay. But
Yeah.
I smoked those, but I started losing my hair. I started fucking, it smells bad. And so I can't smoke weed. I get too paranoid. I hate myself. I look in the mirror. I say, you got weird bone structure in your cheeks. Can't smoke weed.
No, you got good bone structure, man.
He's trying to. Come on. Now you got me blushing. Come on.
No, the smell is so real. Have you ever been to Vegas?
No, I've been to Reno, which maybe
Oh,
worse.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I want to hear your Reno story. I would love to hear about your time in Reno. Vegas, like, because you can smoke inside everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm assuming it's the same thing happened to you in Reno, because I figure Nevada is just a lost cause state. And dude, the smell in your clothes just walking around. Like I would just walk around the casino. I'm not smoking anything, but I'd come back and everything I own just smelled like burnt Marlboros.
Yeah. Oh, what do you live in the 1970s? What's going on here? What did you just get an Italian restaurant from the 1960s? Come on.
I would love that though. Like the Joe Pesci style, like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like, I think if you get that, like, at least you had the fun vibes and a story. Whereas, like, you get it from like a Vegas casino, which is just a sad place. Like, it is, man, because like you're just watching people just gamble away so much money.
Oh, for sure. You're watching someone, fucking gamble away their kids, fucking lunch money and just smoking through the hole in their neck. Yeah. What is that, Sprite mixed in with fucking Benadryl? What's going on here?
Some lean. This is Reno's version of lean. How'd you end up in Reno? What were you there for?
I went with my, I was a boy. I was a little baby boy.
Okay.
And I went with my dad. He wanted to show me Hot August Nights, the big car show.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, there's a big car show. And so he took me, and we looked at hot rods, and they took me into the hills and we shot guns.
This is awesome. This is an all-American weekend.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay? And then we went to Cabela's. Okay,
the fishing spot.
We went to the hunting, the outdoor store.
All right, I guess everything.
I got shorts with camo on them, dude. I was living the high life when I was 12.
How big was the gun that you shot?
It was a sizable weapon.
Yeah. Did it have like the wild recoil? Like, did you just like?
Yeah, there was a little bit of fucking, 12 gauge shotgun fucking bruise for sure.
Yeah.
So to circle all the way, so I stopped smoking cigs, can't do the weed. So I got these hemp cigarettes, no weed, no nicotine, and they're just like it's just like hemp. It does nothing for you, but the ritual is there, and it looks just as cool.
It's so, dude. You ready to tie everything together?
Tie it.
I was watching Peaky Blinders yesterday.
Hell yes.
Tommy's like just ripping through cigs, and I'm searching Google, like, what do they put in a cigarette? Because there's no way an actor is just like downing cigarettes for like a take. And it's a lot of hemp cigarettes. Mm-hmm. So you and Cillian Murphy are smoking the same shit.
Dude, that makes me feel so much better about me.
What do they do for you? Like, there's got to be something that's not good for you, right?
Probably. I like it because, like, especially, I don't know, because I used to smoke, and then so kind of feels that urge, kind of like, especially when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Like, I want to smoke something. And also, like, if everyone else is smoking something, but I don't want to smoke cigs, I don't want to smoke weed, it's like a good alternative. I can fit in a little more.
Yeah.
So it kind of maybe helps with like social anxiety.
Got it. Yeah, dude, whatever it takes to like get you in that mindset, right?
Absolutely, dude.
I thought they pretty much only had these on like movie sets. I'm gonna maybe go check this out. This seems interesting.
If are you going to Punch tonight?
Yeah.
I'll slide you one, dude. I'll fucking slide you one.
I'll be there later because I have cheaper.
Yeah.
First. I'll come through.
I'll slide you one, dude.
Should we tell Critter Lover? Be like, hey, smoke a little hemp and like chill out.
Fucking cool down. Okay?
Yeah. You know what sucks about that is like cats live forever, right? They can live into their like 20s.
Well, because they steal people's breath while they're sleeping.
Is that your theory? They're like monsters.
Yeah,
well, taking your talent.
Stephen King wrote a whole book about it, dude.
What book is this?
The Cat's Eye. Well, I didn't read the book. I watched the movie because I don't know how to read.
Dude, your references are spectacular, though. I'll tell you this. You're well cultured in like so many different things, just dropping this knowledge.
Dude.
I'm just like, I have no idea what he's talking about. I gotta step my shit up. I gotta spend some time on Discovery Channel. I gotta figure out where he's like finding out all this Stephen King shit.
I'm happy you feel that way, because usually I feel like I have so many off the wall references that I'm just gonna alienate anybody that I'm talking to.
you just feel extra Asperger's-y.
Yeah.
Like just
I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know who this person is. What do you mean Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito had a baby together in the 80s? I don't get it.
If they haven't seen Twins, they're not for you, bro.
Twins, and have you seen Junior? They had a baby together. And then at the end, like the little baby comes out, it's just Arnold Schwarzenegger's face. Just I love his laugh. Just
he's like got like a bunch of like mini horses now.
Mini horses. He's too big to ride a mini horse.
Dude, he has them as like pets. So I don't know if you saw the videos he would make during COVID. It'd be like him sitting in his house, just smoking a cigar and like mini horses walking around behind him.
Damn, dude.
He's
they regular size horses and he's just huge.
No, he's like he's a fascinating individual, dude.
You have time for one more?
Let's do it.
Hell yes. So we'll do one more here. My stepson, Ryan, is an active senior in high school. He's a great kid and I love him. I'm proud and delighted that he says that he loves my home cooked meals, which he doesn't get at his mother's house. They eat a lot of takeout or pre-made foods. And, not everyone likes to cook, so I don't judge. My concern is Ryan eats his food at alarming speeds, especially if it's something soft like lasagna or casseroles. His plate is nearly finished before anyone else has more than a couple bites of theirs. Now, I don't want to shame or embarrass him, but it seems unhealthy for his digestion and possibly even dangerous with certain foods. It is also very, very unpleasant to watch. Last night, Ryan inhaled an entire enchilada in 2 or 3 bites, swallowed whole. He didn't chew once. My husband will gently tell Ryan to slow down if I give him a well-timed look. Otherwise, he seems unfazed by it. Ryan frequently eats most of a serving dish of something if we don't point out that others might want seconds too.
Oh my God, amazing.
I hesitate to make a big deal of it because he's a great kid. And my husband is a wonderful father outside of not teaching his son good eating habits. Ryan was a chubby little boy, but has become tall and lean after a huge growth spurt. I feel bad saying this, but I am grossed out and worried at the same time. Your guidance is appreciated. Cooking stepmom in the West.
You know what's crazy about all of this stuff is like most of these advice things, it's like, hey, have you just like fucking talked to the other person? Like have you thought about just like sitting with them and like tactfully like bringing this up in a way where you're like having a conversation and not attacking each other? Like but it's also just like, it sounds like he's a kid who's hungry.
He's a hungry boy, dude.
Just like wolf stuff down because he's like a growing kid. But it's like, why don't you have this come from a doctor? Like, if you feel like it's unhealthy, ask a doctor who will be able to tell you if it's unhealthy. Because I actually think it is. Like, I think her concern is grounded in scientific reality.
Probably. You should chew. You're probably going to get some hemorrhoids.
I've had doctors tell me, they're like, you should eat slow, like not like super slow, but they're like, it's better to eat slower. Like if you eat really fast, it like messes at whatever.
Oh, I had a problem.
Gut health thing.
I think it gave me hemorrhoids eating too fast.
Really?
Yeah, that's maybe a little overshare.
But no, maybe this is what you tell the mom. Be like, hey, stepmom, tell Ryan he'll bleed out of his ass if he doesn't slow.
Yeah, he's gonna be uncomfortable sitting down forever if you don't slow down eating.
That's hilarious, dude, because like that, I think that might be the most effective advice you can give. I think if anything, like if you took any action and someone was like, hey, the repercussion of this might be you bleed out your asshole. Like, I think you could get people to stop doing most things.
Oh, for sure. Hey, raise your hand before you speak in class. If you don't, your butthole is going to bleed everywhere.
This is the most extreme version of that ski instructor in South Park who's like, you're going to have a bad time.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to bleed out your asshole. Don't pee in the pool. Asshole blood.
Asshole blood, dude.
Asshole blood. Yeah, and you're right. Most of these things could be settled in communication and just talking. Yeah. But they want other advice from other people.
Of course. And it's uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable to have real conversation. Because even she's like, his father gives him like a gentle glance at times. I was like, what does that mean? Like he can read his mind? Yeah. Like it's a 12-year-old boy or however old he was. Like they're oblivious. Like men are oblivious now. I don't get hints all the time.
Yeah. He's probably going through puberty. Okay. Yeah. Everything is wild. And he's just trying to shove that fucking tuna casserole down his gullet as fast as possible so he can go jerk off. Either way, send him to a doctor and have him scare tactic the fuck out of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, maybe get Ashton Kutcher on the phone, bring him out of retirement, do a very elaborate prank where this kid thinks that his life is in jeopardy because he eats too quickly.
Oh, don't bring Ashton Kutcher out of retirement. I'm happy that he's not.
Dude, I say bring back Punk and bring back Punk now.
Bring back Punk, but only go after like the elderly. Like
like today we're cutting the brakes off of wheelchairs.
I think that's our resolution today.
They had that show. Betty White had that show. Betty White had a show where they pranked elderly people.
And like they had to stop because too many of them died. Like just had a stroke and they're like, we can't do this.
Yeah.
Well, we're like publicly killing old people. Like we're scared.
You can only watch like someone think that they shit their pants so many times before it just becomes sad. You're like, again?
Oh.
Like, come on, do something else. Like
insane. I love it.
One more person needs advice. Janesh, if you could give any advice to me, Mikel Nordstrom, what advice would you give me?
Mike Nordstrom, just be yourself, man.
So you don't know me that well, bro.
No, that's I was alluding to how that's horrible advice. Yeah. Dude, I don't think I'm in a position to give you advice. I don't know what you're trying to solve in life.
That's fair.
You're in school?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Film production.
Dude, I think just like whatever it is that you truly love doing, lean in, like pour yourself into that art and like whatever your craft is, right? If you were like,
Yes.
I'm studying economics and I really want to like do this, I'd be like, yeah, pour yourself into that. I would say the thing I've learned from seeing people older than me who are like, who I admire and who's like life, I was like, I would
Yeah.
just like the thing they love, they just chase it relentlessly. So if you're like a film production guy, it's like, yeah, you love comedy, like keep doing comedy. But it's like, if film production is your thing, that's your shit, spend as much time learning it and like doing everything you can around it. Because dude, like you do that, you will be so good. So
Well, the reason I'm doing it because I like film production, doing that because I like making skits. I like doing the comedy thing. I do the podcast, and I'm like, well, what can I do in education wise that can kind of help enhance my own skills that I'm already doing? You know, instead of fucking, I don't know, doing the history of.
So you love comedy. You love making people laugh.
Oh, for
and
sure.
Film production is just another tool to enhance being able to make your sketch. So you're doing it, man. The advice is pour yourself into it. You're already doing it. Like that's what, if anything, I need to be doing that more. I need to be taking like acting classes and all of that because I like being in front of the camera. And I was like, how do I enhance that? And even on stage, like what are the, like, you watch like a Netflix special, you watch like Taylor Tomlinson's, like she's telling you a joke with her facial expression.
For sure.
Before she says the line.
And especially in this game, there's so many different aspects that you can always constantly be working on and adapting and getting better at.
Yeah.
And it's never the one track thing. So dude, thank you so much for coming on the fucking Hell Yeah podcast.
Dude, this was sick. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
You had fun. Did you have a good time?
Dude, I had a great time.
Okay, because if you didn't, I want it recorded. And I was like, oh, I would have been back to correct my sins.
Oh, dude, if I didn't have a good time, you'd know about it.
I would have hung up. I would have hung up. I would have ended this thing.
Okay, immediately. If I didn't like your take on, if I hated the fact that you didn't see the Amish Mafia show, I would have hung up. Okay, I would have slandered you on the internet. I would have made at least 15 fake profiles on Instagram of your face and hate pages.
Didn't that happen to a Bay Area comic recently? Like someone made a couple fake profiles. I won't say the name, but
I think it did.
We can talk offline. I think it did. We can talk. It was pretty wild.
People out here doing wild shit in the Bay Area comedy community, dude.
Everywhere, dude. Comics are damaged people. And so you give damaged people like more platforms to just do
crazy shit.
Thing. Yeah.
It's a crazy shit. Speaking of social media platforms, what are yours? What do you have to plug? Do you have shows you want to throw out there?
If you're in the Bay Area, I'm a resident at Cheaper Than Therapy until the end of May. So Thursday through Sunday, I will be there.
Hell yes.
Like 6 shows a week. We have a Tuesday show if you're feeling a midweek thing at Toy Soldier. But yeah, just follow me on Instagram at Janesh Rahlan, JANESHRAHLAN. It's the same on like TikTok, whatever your preferred socials are. Those are the 2, right? Those are the ones
those are the big ones.
Yeah, that's where we post the clips. That's where we post the dumb shit. You know, we have a good time.
That good shit. And that's what it's about. Have a good time. And you want to share good times with other people, want to have good times. Guys, this is the Hell Yeah podcast. I'm Mikel Nordstrom. Go find me on different social medias. Call in. You need advice? Call in the number 415-785-4509. Call in. We'll give you advice in the next podcast. I love you. Thank you for coming. Drink and drive. Janesh, thank you for fucking coming on.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? What? Can I get a hell yeah? What? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I know it ain't right. And I know it ain't right. And I know you shouldn't take this advice. But make sure you really drunk when you drive and walk on some glass with no shoes on. And don't pay for your meal. Dine and dash. You better not ask me for no advice because I'm gonna tell you the wrong thing to do. So can I get a hell yeah? What?